Hi, I'm Jeff Sadler with the 31st Annual Ozarks Basketball Preview. We're here today at the courts for the photo shoot for the cover in our Magnificent 11s feature. We have with us right now Marcus Wright from the Greenfield Wildcats, along with his head coach, Preston Hyde. Fellas, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's a great honor.
Well, you folks are very deserving. Now, Coach Hyde, let's start with you. You've been over at Greenfield now. You've been there 3 years, racked up a 38-16 record. Last year you were 24-4, ran the table in the Spring River Valley Conference, went undefeated with the 9-0 record, won the league. What happened over there?
The guys bought in. You know, they're a great group to coach. A lot of hard-working kids, blue-collar kids. And they just really bought into what was preached to them, and the results. You know, they saw the results and the writing on the wall, and just kind of ran with everything.
You know, had a great year, came through to the district championship game, and then you ran into that juggernaut Walnut Grove. Talk a little bit about that game.
You know, I felt like we really competed with them for the first three quarters, even into the fourth quarter for a couple minutes. You know, and any time that you're facing, a veteran squad like Walnut Grove was, you know, with Final Four experience, and our kids hadn't been in a district championship game for, a lot of these kids had never played in one, except for other sports, such as baseball or football. But, the experience prevailed is pretty much what happened, and I felt like we kind of fell apart. But hopefully we've learned and kind of grew from that experience, and hopefully we get another chance this year.
Hopefully so. Well, there's no reason to hang your head when you lose to the state champs.
That always makes it a little bit easier to swallow, but unfortunately that was 3 weeks later when we were able to really accept that fact.
Understandable. Now, Marcus, Player of the Year in the Spring River Valley Conference, all district, all conference selection, a lot of awards bestowed upon you. How's it feel to be such a highly regarded athlete?
It feels really good. I mean, I worked so hard to achieve all that, so it feels really good to be honored like that.
Well, those are some pretty high honors. Tell me, how did it feel? What did your teammates do? Did you do anything special to get through the season undefeated over there in the Spring River Valley?
We had great leaders. I mean, everybody came to work at practice, and any time that anybody got down, they would just pick us right back up. And we just pushed through and came out on top.
Well, apparently you came out on top 9 times there in the Spring River. So, great job. Now, have you been able to get the kids out to any team camps or shootouts this year?
Oh, we had a really good summer. It's really hard for us to share all our athletes, with football going on, and a lot of them play baseball as well. And not to mention, pretty much every kid we have has a job, or at the city pool or on a farm or something like that. But I feel like we had a really good, successful summer. It's going to be different trying to replace the pieces that we had. But towards the end of the summer, we were pretty fun to watch just because of our athleticism and our quickness that we have with some of our newcoming kids that are coming up from the JV.
Mm-hmm. So what did you do specifically over the summer, Marcus, to improve your game?
I went to all the camps that he had. I went to there was a PGC camp that I went to. That helped a lot. That was a week-long camp. That it was amazing. And I also just worked alone. I worked out. I put on weight, and I've done a lot.
Is there one thing that you specifically worked on to try to improve on that you knew that you had to improve for this year?
I worked on actually 2 things. I worked on my shot because my shot was kind of weird, and then I also worked on weight, trying to get faster, get stronger, so I can jump higher and all that, so I could blow by kids and do that.
Well, it sounds like you put in some time then this year. Have you sat down with your teammates and talked about your goals for the upcoming year?
I've talked to a few of them, mostly the seniors that I'm trying to get to play, but there's one that I talk to a lot, and I've already told him that we could achieve so much if me and him if we just come together and do what we got to do. So if me and him can do it, then I know the teammates will follow. So we just got to be leaders.
Well, it sounds like you're not lacking for leadership on the team.
Well, we've got what's helped us out the most is the kids that have went through our program the past 2 years have really paved the way for the underclassmen. They've showed them what it takes. They showed them what is required of them from day to day, whether to be there on time early to practice, last ones to leave the gym, having all the way down to having their jerseys, our practice jerseys tucked in every day whenever they hit the floor. So the way has been shown, and all these guys got to do is just hop on board, and they've really done a great job of that.
Well, I'm sure that you're looking for another opportunity in a championship rematch, maybe with your neighbors on over there to the east.
Yes, very much.
Well, we're so happy that both of you could make it in today for our photo shoot. Again, congratulations on your selection. Tell me, what does it feel like to be selected as one of the top players in Southwest Missouri and be on the cover of the Ozarks Basketball Preview?
It feels great. I mean, out of all those big schools, coming from a little school like this, and just to be able to be here. I mean, I've worked so hard for this, and just to be finally honored for it, it just feels amazing.
Well, as an all-state selection, and all the way down to being Player of the Year in your conference, you're very deserving of a spot on our cover. So again, we appreciate you being here. We're glad that you can make it in. You too, Coach Hyde. So we have Coach Preston Hyde and Marcus Wright from the Greenfield Wildcats. I'm Jeff Sadler with the Ozarks Previews.